Hi, Aquarius. It's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology, and today I'm here to discuss the horoscopes for April of 2026. Okay, so Aquarius, we start the month with the full moon in Libra. I already have a video on that if you'd like to see that. Libra full moon is always something interesting, and yes, it is. So you can check that out if you'd like. And at the beginning of the month, the sun is in Aries. And this is your third house of thinking and communication. This is the cerebral house where we make decisions and choices, plans and goals. It's the house of willpower for us too. It's also about siblings and the local community, whatever is familiar to us, whatever you might do on a regular basis or kind of go or, things like that. That is the familiar. So, yes, and so now we also have Chiron is in your third house, Aquarius, and this is supporting your resilience. So whatever you are doing that is kind of new with the sun in Aries, because the sun in Aries all alone, regardless of what house we're in, is about something new, right? And the sun is a sense of ourself, and Aries is always about doing something new, right? Yeah, it is rising up to do something new, having the courage and the drive and the desire, really. So, but the sun, yeah, and the sun rules self-expression, creative pursuits. So definitely, Aries season already is about creating something new or stepping into something new. So we have the sun in your third house, as I was saying, but you could have more resilience as you approach your goals, Aquarius. You could be like, well, that used to look hard for me, but maybe you have new ideas. It can also improve how you communicate with others, right? When we see Chiron in the third, it could be something about that. There could be a sibling relationship too, or extended family like cousins and uncles and things like that, where the relationship just gets better. That can happen with Chiron in your third house. All right, so Mars is in Pisces, in your second house of finance, possessions, and self-worth. Yeah, this is the house of Venus, really, in the natural chart. And, we are also just coming, we're still going to be, in the lunation of the Libra full moon, which is ruled by Venus. So this can be relative to anything that is related to Venus in your chart, of course, or where Venus falls in your chart. And so, but we have, um, yeah, we have, and so Venus will enter Aries into your house. We talked about that, but into your house. Okay, this is not Venus, but Mars. I beg your pardon. Mars will move into your third house of thinking on the ninth, and so any intellectual pursuits are being supported at that time. And so because that is Mercury will move into Aries on what date? Mercury enters Aries on the 14th. So Mercury and Mars are going to be in Aries, and they will be conjoined with Neptune and Saturn is your ruling planet. Neptune and Saturn and Aries are about, Neptune believing in the real dream, believing in the vision, looking at things with a spiritual perspective. And then, Saturn is the reality part and the structure, right? The seriousness and the commitment that we need for every plan. And so they work perfectly together, in my opinion, right? And so now we're going to have, and we will have Mercury and Mars. Mercury always wants us to think before we jump, and Mars just wants to jump. So we have everything there to kind of balance kind of one another, right? Um, yeah, and when Mercury moves into the third house, which will be in Aries for you, Aquarius, um, yes, which in your third house, it's going to be when Mercury moves there, it will be very powerful because Mercury rules the third house in the natural chart. So Mercury is exalted, or Mercury is just very much at home in the third house, right? That is the house that really rules in the natural chart. The new moon in Aries is on the 16th. That'll be in a separate video. And there's going to be more of your third house being lit up, your ideas and your plans and your goals and maybe siblings and even short trips. That's the third house. It's a very cerebral house. It definitely is where goals and plans are made, right? Natal, as I was saying, natal Saturn will be supporting this house of thinking and communication, right? To kind of shorten it there. Venus, the planet of love and material comfort. Venus is not just love and beauty, that is, and creativity, that's for Libra, but Venus rules Taurus too, which is finance and possessions and self-worth, yeah, and stability. And so well-being really. And Venus is in Taurus, and that is your fourth house, Aquarius. Yeah, your third house is that's your fourth house of home and family. Venus is very kind of protective in the fourth house for sure. And it can bring you harmony and balance with family members. Especially it can also bring you your own, like as according to your emotional needs, right? The fourth house. It can help improve home and family dynamics for you when Venus is in your fourth house in Taurus, and that is at the beginning of the month. I believe it is here. Venus will enter Gemini later in the month, but yeah, Venus is in Taurus at the beginning of the month, and throughout the month, and so now we also have Venus will move into your fifth house. Yeah. And so your fifth house is Gemini. Yeah. Your fourth house, it would be Taurus. There we go. So now we have Venus moving into your fifth house of self-expression. And this is the house of the sense of yourself, right? Your self-expression, self-identity. It's also about this is love and pleasure, sex, love and sex, the fifth house, creative pursuits, including children, because they are of creativity, aren't they? The highest form, children are the highest form of creativity. This is the house of any type of fun and entertainment as well. So when Venus moves in there, maybe you want to enjoy really good food as well. You want to enjoy the good life, possibly. Right? Maybe it's possible you could also be enjoying like expensive outings, kind of or really moving into your self-expression, right? Whatever that is, Aquarius, because Venus will support that. All right. Venus is a benefic, and that is second to Jupiter. And Jupiter is second to the sun in terms of benefits or, blessings and things like that. All right. And we have Uranus is at 29 degrees of Taurus. So remember, Taurus is your fourth house of home and family. Yes, it is. And so home and family and or your emotional needs and things like that. But Uranus is there, kind of, it's been shaking it up. It's going to move into Gemini, and that will be into your uh, Taurus is your fourth, and Gemini will be your fifth house. There you go. But Venus will be there supporting. So initially, Uranus is at 29 degrees of your fourth house of emotional needs. There's something that, the universe is asking you to finish or complete, Aquarius, as it maybe it's move. Maybe the fourth house is where you live as well. It can be. But anything that is about home and family or your emotional needs, right? Uranus is there. But it's telling you leave something alone, embrace change, leave it behind, right? Like, see it for what it is. It's not stable or it's chaotic. Okay, embrace the change. That's what Uranus wants for us because it wants innovation in our life. So there could be breakthroughs for you regarding romantic love, regarding your also creative pursuits or, self-expression, right? And definitely it could. So you could have breakthroughs, as I said. Spiritual insights is kind of what I mean there. But, and this can also be, related to the house that you're leaving, right? The fourth house of emotional needs. But Uranus and Venus will be supporting Uranus for sure. And even as it moves into your fifth house of self-expression. So this could be encouraging you to let go of something that is maybe emotional, um, but something that maybe that is working for you, but you need change or something like it's asking you to embrace change somewhere in your life, Aquarius, right? That has to do with this fourth or this fifth house, these matters that I've been discussing, right? Yeah, and so now we have the new moon in Aries will be on the 16th. So that is still Aries is your I beg your pardon, Aquarius. Aries is your it's your third house of thinking. That's right. So the new moon will be in that house. of thinking, communication, and decisions and anything of the mind will be there. It's the house of the siblings as well. But there's going to be more focus on that as well. And the new moon is on the 16th. But we also have the sun entering Taurus. So we have a combination there. The sun enters Taurus on the 19th of the month. And Mars, the planet of action and courage, is part of this planetary alignment. Uh, it is, but that will be interesting. That will still be in Aries, yeah. And we have natal Mars in Aries, and it is conjoining your natal Saturn. And so this is giving structure to any new ideas you have, plans and goals, etc. But it is, I believe this is it's a good month. I really do think that. So thank you so much for joining me here, Aquarius. If you've enjoyed my content, please like, share, and subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll be notified of my next video, which will likely be the new moon in Aries. It likely will be. And also, which will be about planting new seeds in your third house of the mind, right? As we were talking. And if you'd like a reading with me, check out the description box below. My website is there, and I have all kinds of great readings. I have twin flame, career, astrology readings, soul expression. Yeah, all kinds of great readings. And I'm also a psychic, so check that out. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for joining me here today.